South Alabama's football program was established in 2009. The team played its first game in 2009 and went undefeated in its first 2 seasons. In 2011, it began transitioning to FBS status. The Jaguars joined the Sun Belt Conference in 2012, but were not eligible for the conference title or bowl games. In 2013, the team gained full FBS status, and under coach Joey Jones, it made its first bowl game appearance in 2014. The Jaguars have had 3 head coaches since then: Steve Campbell, Kane Wommack, and Major Applewhite. Dr. Joel Erdmann is entering his 12th year as Director of Athletics at the University of South Alabama, leading the most successful era in the university's history. Erdmann's motto, graduation, citizenship, championships, drives his department's core values. His impact includes record-breaking student-athlete performances, the start of an NCAA Division I FBS football program, and unprecedented fundraising. Erdmann's leadership has led to top academic progress rate scores and GPA, as well as 4 straight Sun Belt Conference All-Sport Championship Vic Bubba's Cups. He has also overseen new construction and renovations in every sport and facility. After a quick word from our sponsors, we'll hear Erdmann as he sits down with the Tiger Rag Radio crew to talk about how excited he is to bring South Alabama to Tiger Stadium. I'm your host, Jake McMains, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Munderland, and we're here to smash the capital city's trash.
Smash My Trash is a revolutionary compactor for large dumpsters, sometimes reducing the volume of waste by up to 70%. This means fewer hauls per month and big savings for your business. Fewer hauls and compacted waste will also result in a positive impact on our community and our environment by taking up less space in our local landfill sites. Schedule your company's free demo today. Call 225-497-0101.
Y'all ready? Yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Tiger Rag Radio is on the air.
Let's crank this thing up.
We're statewide, breaking down the latest happenings with LSU Athletics.
This is us.
Hear from the coaches.
Put together a defense that puts us in a position to win the SEC.
The players.
Having fun and we working, baby. That's it, baby.
The recruits.
Show some passion and some heart.
And those who cover the Fighting Tigers of LSU and the SEC.
All those things are going to be there, which are important.
It's 2 hours of nonstop LSU talk.
What a privilege. I mean, you get to represent LSU.
Tiger Rag Radio is brought to you by Cummins. Cummins creates power solutions that the world depends on. Helm Paint and Decorating. The paint experts of Louisiana. Louisiana Beef Industry Council. Max Home. And the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Get ready to talk Tigers with producer Jackson Blackman and our hosts Todd Horn and Jeff Palermo.
3 great players that are better people than they are players.
This is Tiger Rag Radio.
Back here on Tiger Rag Radio. Jeff Palermo along with Tiger Rag editor Glenn Gilbo, the executive editor for TigerRag.com. Todd Horn is with us as well. We'll continue our discussion here looking at South Alabama as the athletic director for South Alabama joins us now. Joel Erdmann here on the Max Home Hotline, over 50,000 Max Happy homeowners and counting. Joel, thanks a lot for spending some time with us. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well, and I appreciate you thinking of me and us, and happy to be with you all tonight.
Sure. Hey, Joel, this is Glenn Gilbo. Hey, man, I remember when you were an assistant with the baseball team with Coach K, Steve Kittrell, back in 96, 97. At that point, did you think that South Alabama would have a football team, and not that many years from then, 2009, your first year, Sun Belt, 2012? I mean, back in the 90s, I remember hearing some talk about South Alabama getting football, but I didn't take it seriously. How did you see it then?
Well, and it's great to talk with you, Glenn, and congratulations on what you've achieved, and you know, proud of you, happy for you.
Thanks.
You know, in the mid 90s, absolutely not. We had in the late 90s and early 2000s, we had a club team that had a good run and played other club teams. North Carolina came down. We played Stillman out of Tuscaloosa. We played, I think, 6 to 8 games for 2-3 years in a row, but that effort wasn't really sustained and didn't lead to an actual, you know, team or FBS team. And, when I was AD at Southeastern Louisiana in Hammond is when I started hearing rumblings that this football thing might be real. And my predecessor, Joe Gottfried, and the president at that time, Gordon Moulton, along with the tremendous support of the Student Government Association and the Board of Trustees, made it happen. And in 07, 08, it was declared this is coming. And in 08 and 09, there was recruiting and spring practice. And then we played our first game as a non-varsity program in September of 09. And in 9 and 10, we were basically a non-varsity team. We weren't recognized by anybody because there was a moratorium on teams entering the FCS. So in 10, we were able to play as an FCS program. In 10 and 11, we were a counter for FBS and other FCS programs to play us. And then finally in 12, we were an FBS counter. And in 13, a full member of the Sun Belt. And in 14, we were fortunate to make our first bowl game in Montgomery. So, a lot of great memories, a lot of great efforts by Joey Jones, the original head coach, and so many others in making the program a reality. And here we are today.
That's
and
awesome.
Looking forward to Saturday,
Trains are everywhere. You should always expect one, even on private property. Only cross tracks at designated crossings that fit your equipment. If you don't fit, don't commit. Look, listen, live.
Talking to Joel Erdmann, South Alabama athletic director, and you got that big win over Mississippi State in 2016, and last year you beat Oklahoma State. That was impressive. You've had big name coaches. Joey Jones, Major Applewhite was the coach at Houston. He's been an assistant at Alabama and Texas. He's got quite an offense going. This game was supposed to be in 2020. You're able to get it back for this. There's a lot of LSU fans in Mobile. I remember. Has this been one of the more looked forward to games on the schedule in recent years?
Yeah, it really is. And, obviously, playing LSU is a great challenge and a great opportunity. And, we point to that in our recruiting leading up to this year. And, going to UCLA a couple years ago, that we point to that in recruiting. So, I mean, it's a great experience for our student athletes, our fans. Obviously, the environment in Tiger Stadium for a night game is going to be something that is memorable, and you're going to go up against a great tradition-filled program that's at the elite level. So that all being considered, we're thankful Mother Nature is cooperating for us, and our thoughts and prayers with those that might have to deal with more Mother Nature issues to the east. But yeah, we're excited. We got a lot of South Alabama fans heading to Baton Rouge, and we have a good deal of alumni in the neighboring states, Texas, Mississippi, some in Louisiana also. So we're going to try to capitalize on it and rally the troops and have a great night.
It's time to start betting on yourself. Louisiana 988 can help if you're dealing with tough emotions caused by gambling habits. You can share as much or as little as you want, and it's completely confidential. It's free, available 24/7, and most people who reach out report feeling better right in the moment. Call or text 988 anytime.
Joel, I would imagine that there's a relatively strong payday coming to LSU, but also in addition to that, which I'm sure helps the program, you talked about you recruit based on playing UCLA a couple years ago, playing Oklahoma State, playing LSU. How has it changed in college football with the transfer portal? I know you guys brought in 9 SEC players this past season to add to this team. I mean, just what is the dynamic like now as opposed to, say, 2014 when you first, or 2013 when you first entered the Sun Belt? How's it different?
You know, I think we're very fortunate. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but I think we're kind of at a sweet spot in the transfer world where we're at a good place in time. We're a great place to recruit in Mobile, Alabama. We're in a football-rich region of the country. We're very fortunate to have recruitable facilities, and so we're able to attract some folks that might be playing in the SEC and maybe not getting the number of snaps they would like or at a position they would like. And we're able to attract, some folks that might be at some of the elite players at the FCS level that are looking for maybe a broader perspective and exposure for professional opportunities. And so I think between 14 and 24, we are more of an attractive option to a student athlete and a prospect that might just be an eyelash or two away from a lot of snaps at an SEC school. And so I think that is advantageous to us. And I know our size is different now. I know our strength and our speed are different now. And our skill level, knock on wood, if we play well, I think you're going to see some great skill players running around out there with the red, white, and blue on Saturday night. And, it's so I do think for various factors, we are more of a benefit. We are getting more from the portal than what we are losing, in my humble opinion.
Joel, thanks a lot for your time tonight, man. We wish you the best of luck coming down to Baton Rouge, and it should be a fun night. The weather it's going to be great, and looking forward to seeing what South Alabama's offense can do to this LSU defense.
Any idea how many fans you guys are bringing to Baton Rouge?
I'd say 3,500 to 4,000.
All right.
I mean,
that's great.
What we sold with our consignment tickets, and then people that have purchased through other means, third party. And I think we've got a good number of students and alumni coming from the West.
That's great. That's great.
Hey, Joel, thanks, buddy. Good luck Saturday.
All right, man. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
Have we got a September for you? Your East Baton Rouge Parish Library has 3 opportunities to meet author Jerry Pallotta, famous children's book author of Who Would Win? See art by Clementine Hunter and enjoy the sounds of the Baton Rouge Concert Band. These are just a few of the special things happening in September with your EBR library. Details are at ebrpl.com. That's ebrpl.com.
All right, that'll be it for today's episode. I'd like to thank Dr. Erdmann, Todd, Jeff, and Glenn for the discussion. We'll be back next week, but until then, stay tuned to TigerRag.com for all your latest LSU sports news.